Planning a weekend away in your camper? Take your Bravado Wireless home internet with you. Right now, our most popular internet plan has been chopped. While other internet providers are stuck at home with all of those wires and your obnoxious neighbor, Hank, you are free to take your wireless router to your home away from home. Visit us at bravadowireless.com to find a store near you. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Just trying to, right now we're kind of banging up a little bit. Got some guys, got some tweaks here and there that we're just trying to get those guys through the system right now of getting those healed up, ready to go. But just getting prepared. Like I said, it's you change gears. You come from that rivalry from last week, and then all of a sudden, you know, you perform really well, and then all of a sudden you got to get refocused again. And that's the biggest part right now. The biggest challenge is coming out of that rivalry, because you got that such a big of a high of winning that big game, and then you still got, you know, district play starting up. This is one of those that, you know, sets you up to where you're going to be at in the playoffs. So it's staying focused and trying to heal up. The biggest thing is I tell the kids, you know, we enjoy it after the game. I tell the kids, hey, enjoy that win. Monday we'll go back to work. And when you enter those doors, hey, it's time to punch that clock. Let's go. And like I said, yesterday we watched some film and seen what we had to improve, because we've got a lot of improvement we have to do. And it starts out again, like I said last week, it starts out again with the offensive line. You know, we challenged them, and I thought we did a very good job last week of picking those things up. But if we can continue to get better, like I always tell the kids, is we got to work on us. You know, it doesn't matter who we play. The focus is that every week we have to get better. And as long as we keep doing that, then, you know, I like our chances. This goes back to the offensive line. You know, that and the defensive line. You know, it all starts at those two places. Those are the two places that are closest to that football. And you got to take care of that spot first. I tell everybody, I said, man, if I was to start a team up, I wouldn't worry about the quarterback. I'd be trying to get that offensive line, that defensive line set up first. So it all starts there. But, you know, the other spots that we have are key. You know, I think the guys that we filled in last year are getting better. They have to continue to get better. And if we do that, then, you know, again, you know, we'll do well and see where we're at the end of the game. Well, I think their quarterback is probably one of their best players, you know, offensively. He seems like he takes control of the offense pretty good. He's able to ride the tailback there a little bit to make sure that you're just enough to keep your outside backers or your defensive end, whoever's got that outside contained at that moment. You know, you got to make sure you're there, because if you're not and you suck into it, then, you know, he's going to pull it, he's going to run. They're physical backs. You know, they'll pull somebody just about every play. Their two guards are pretty good players. They pull with great ability. So we're going to have to make sure that you know, we get where we need to be, and we've got to be there with force. Matt Clover, you know, he done an excellent job. I think he had 132 yards rushing the first half last week against Dakota. But he hasn't played a whole game yet. He's only played a half. And for whatever reason, with the injury or, you know, banged up or something, last week it was a cramp, couldn't get rid of it. He's been battling turf toe. So I think that's some of that same problem. But I like to see what he can do the whole game. And we've got to get better at the running back position with Ontario Ellen coming in, stepping in. Luke, you know, he does a great job. I think he's got to connect a little bit better sometimes with, getting his reads down properly in the coverage. But like I said, our receivers have to do a better job of running their routes and blocking. I mean, there were several times that if we'd have just stayed on our block a little longer with those guys, that, you know, it might have sprung a lot farther run. Defensively, I felt like our linebackers with Evan Spoor and Tyler Lee, I think that those two guys did a better job this past week, and they're getting better. You know, they're starting to see everything slow down for them. So I think that's a big improvement. Caden Bumgarner, the other outside linebacker, has really stepped up, started playing a lot better, starting to play like a starter from last year, you know, so that's always good. And then, of course, our secondary with Bryce Newby, you know, he's getting better on the edge. we thought he was beat one time, and coach said, "Hey, you got to run with that guy. You know, he's fast." He's like, you know, his reply was, "Coach, I'm fast too." So so he's starting to get that confidence, you know. So that's good. Just, you know, the people that travel there, you know, we appreciate them traveling. The people that stay home, hey, we know that you got our backs. We know that you're watching TV or you're listening to us on the radio, and you know that means everything to the world. To you follow, you know, the Ironheads, and you follow Nation, an Ironhead Nation, and just keep doing what you're doing. And you know, if you're in the stands, and keep being loud. If you're not, hey, get up off that chair and root for us.
We do our same stuff every day, every week. We're working on a process, so we like to stay in tune with everything that we do, practice-wise. We know Monday's an offensive day, Tuesday's a defensive day. We mix it in on Wednesday, and then just run through today. So we're very consistent on our pattern for every week. It's basically we're worried about ourselves. I mean, we're working on last week's problems that we got to try to fix this week. Our goal is to get better every week, and things that we didn't do so well, we've been in the hornet's nest last week, so we had plenty of things we can work on. So this worried about us, it's not necessarily what's EUFAULA giving us that we got to worry about. We're worried about what we can do to get better. Right, we're a very senior heavy team. We got 12 of them, and they're great young men, and I enjoy being around them every day. And we're just doing what we can as a team to really kick them off with a good senior year. And I mean, we are in a tough district. I mean, it is what it is, but that group of kids out there, they've been together for a long time. They play all sports together, and that's my focus right now, is just really have them a good senior season. We've got a really good locker room. I praised them on them just the other day. The culture in that locker room is great. I mean, like I said, having that many seniors, that many older guys that know how to run a locker room. Like I said, we got 12 seniors and a bunch of freshmen that really need those seniors' guidance and leadership, and they're doing a great job. Our locker room is fun to be in. Like I said, with so many seniors up there, I mean, it starts with the center offensively, and he's a senior for us, Landon Burke. I mean, he does a great job for the amount of pressure that I coach offensive line, and to be a center, for me, you got to be pretty smart, pretty talented, and he does a great job at that. And then, you know, going back to our quarterback, Bryson Cervantes, I mean, the ball goes through him also at quarterback right there, and then we're by committee everywhere else offensively. So, I mean, up front for us, our other two seniors, Semeski and Beecham, they do a really good job. They get excited about blocking together. So, I mean, offensively, those would be your guys there. Defensively, it's the same. We play, I think we got 9-10 both ways. I mean, those other schools, they don't have to worry about that stuff. I mean, we play that many both ways. So that's a challenge on one part, but we hang our hat on how tough our kids are also. So you're going to see them, the same kids all night long. I mean, not by name, but, you know, skill-wise, that tailback runs extremely hard. And we saw a great tailback last week, and I think this one will be a notch better, the way he runs the football. They got a lineman. He's an offense and defensive lineman. He's probably the best one we're going to see so far. He's very talented at what he does. Quarterback does a really good job of running what they want to run. So I mean, they're well coached. Obviously, Coach Newton does a great job, but they've got a ton of skill everywhere. It's an exciting time of the year because the districts start. I mean, it's your season is officially started, in my opinion. I think we've done a great job of getting prepared for district play. It's anybody's ball game right now, and our locker room is focused on the process. I promise you that.
Welcome back to the Bravado Wireless pregame show. As you heard from both of the head coaches here tonight, the EUFAULA Ironheads, Coach Newton and Coach Bear from HARTSHORNE. It's going to be a very phenomenal game tonight. I anticipate hard hits, running between the tackles, and just clean, hard-nosed Oklahoma high school football. What are you thinking, Johnny Dash?
Man, I'm right there with you, waiting for some big plays, some big hits right here under the lights.
it should be a phenomenal one. Before we go ahead and kick this thing off, and while you watch the coin toss take place, we're going to go ahead and give you our keys for the game, okay? Number one, make sure you take care of the football. It's very important that on this district game, you cannot allow these offenses to get extra opportunities at the ball, especially with the way they run the ball offensively. It's going to take a lot of drives methodically moving down the field, so extra possessions are going to be important. Number two, make sure you play a clean football game. Penalties is what kill you in district play. Make sure you are disciplined, you play smart football, and you play hard. And number three, and certainly least but not least, explosive plays. Although these teams methodically move the ball down the field, although they run the football primarily, when you have the opportunity to take a shot down the field, you have to do so and you have to execute. And on defensive plays, you can't fall asleep, okay? You got to make sure you protect the back end and do so correctly. And that's what it's going to do, and that's what it's going to take to get this win.
Absolutely, I agree with you there. Win the turnover battle, force turnovers on the defensive end, and limit your turnovers on offense. Make sure you stay away from the silly mistakes as offsides and false starts. And again, make big plays here on Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, it certainly is. Now, as both of these teams have done the coin toss, you saw who's getting the ball. They're going to come out of their respective tunnels. And before we do that, and before we take a quick commercial break, ending our pregame show, we want to talk to you about Bravado Wireless and some of the things that they provide here at Bravado Wireless. Everybody knows the new iPhone 13s have recently come out today. And guess who has them? Bravado Wireless. That's who. iPhone 13s have come out, and today they are literally upgrading every part of the phone, the battery life, the storage, the camera. Everything on this iPhone is upgraded. And you know who has it for you? Bravado Wireless does. So go to your local Bravado Wireless and tell them Deanna Mate and Johnny Dash says we want that iPhone 13, and they will provide it for you, okay? And with that being said, as HARTSHORNE has come out of their tunnel, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back to give you the kickoff of this Friday night action. Welcome back to BravadoWireless.com as we have our Bravado Wireless Game of the Week. Once again, I am your man, Deanna Mata, your color guy. To my left here is my man, Johnny Dash. He will be your play-by-play announcer this evening. We got a great matchup for you. And Johnny Dash, we mentioned the keys of the game. We've talked about some of the individuals. We heard from both of these head coaches. What is your anticipation and last analysis before we get this thing kicked off?
Well, I'm anticipating big plays all night long. They run in between the tackles. They play heads-up football. I'm expecting some of these guys to come out here and make some great plays on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. The sad thing is there can only be one winner, but you know what? We're ready to find out who that is.
We certainly are. Now the ball is teed up. It looks like EUFAULA is ready to kick this thing off, and I'm ready for some Oklahoma high school football.
Draven Gregg set to kick off for the Ironheads.
Draven Gregg kicking off. That's picked up. It'll be Tyler Lee on the tackle and Bo Wilkett
Tyler Lee on the tackle.
On the return. So the Miners will take over on the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 as we get this thing started.
Yeah, good job by him just picking up that low line drive and taking it up the field and getting what he could get. Seems like it's going to be good field position for the Miner as they take the field.
Yeah, and that's number 5, Bryson Cervantes, taking the snap. Quarterback keeper up the middle. A pickup of about 4 yards.
And that's a good way to start the game right there. 4 yards. You know how they say, Johnny Dash. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. 4 yards and get you a first down if you get it every play. So it's a good way to start the game with a quarterback sneak. Let your athlete take that ball and get that offense going and get it moving. Positive yards to open up the game is what you like to see.
That's right. As they get the call from the sideline, they break their huddle. Send a man in motion. Quarterback keeper again for another short gain.
It looks like that's going to be a nice tackle by number 19,
Preston Dalton and
Brett
Draven Grant.
Pickeneger. It's interesting to see the way they've started off this ball game. 2 quarterback runs out of the backfield. Pretty impressive the way they're going about it. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd down. Another quarterback sneak up the field. And that's going to be enough for their first down. And it looks like the Miners are going to get those chains moving. No, excuse me. It looks like he's short. And the Miners head coach seems to be outraged here on the sideline as he's trying to get a measurement.
And it looks like they might bring out the chains to see if the Miners did indeed get close enough. They will stretch the chain.
And it appears that he did get enough for the first down.
Yep, first down Miners.
You can see the head coach for the Miners pleased with the reaction as they do get that first down and the offense enters back onto the field.
Yep, good job by Coach Bear saying, hey, measure that thing. Give us our yardage.
Smart move, and I'm surprised the referees did not do that initially. It seemed like it was enough for the first down from my line of sight.
Cervantes back again. A read option there, and he held on to it.
Yeah, he certainly did. Pulled that ball right out. And good job by EUFAULA's defense because they had everything covered up. Man-to-man defense on the outside. You can see EUFAULA Ironheads really loading the box here. Another carry for number 5.
It's Bryson Cervantes again running the ball, using that read option. He held on to it. And looking at about a 3rd and 9 for the Miners.
And you can see EUFAULA doing a good job on first down, and now this Miners team is behind the chains, and 3rd and 9 is going to be a passing down.
Throws the short route, and he's unable to hold on to it. Bo Wilkett, your intended receiver. So it'll be 4th down and 9. Ball on about the 45, 46-yard line.
And I anticipate they'll go ahead and punt this football away.
Yep, and back deep to receive the punt is Khalil Deer. But he's a weapon, isn't he?
He certainly is. A lot of talk about him in the preseason. He's got a couple of Division I schools interested in, mainly Tulsa, who offered him a scholarship, but that punt goes off, and it doesn't look like Deere is going to be able to get his hands on the football as it goes out of bounds at about the 20, 27-yard line.
Smart move to kick it away from him and still not give up any good field position.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Still good field position for the Ironheads. Let's see how they open off this game.
Luke Adcock, your quarterback for the Ironheads, hands that one off. Gets rid of a tackler. He'll be ran out of bounds. And Matt Clover getting some work done early.
Strong run from Matt Clover as you take a look at this replay right here. Just going to come down the line. Big hole by the offensive line. You got to give them some credit, and nice strong run from Clover.
There's a nice stiff arm there.
Certainly was. Disposing the tacklers. Getting up the field.
Adcock drops back, throws it to Deere, and it is caught by Khalil Deere. He sheds a tackle. Oh, my goodness. Sheds a tackler. That'll be a first down. Went from one side of the field to the other. Looks like he got to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, and Deere just runs a wheel route. As you can see him circle around his other wide receivers, gets single coverage on the backside, and breaks a couple of tackles, makes a couple of moves before the defender can get him down on the turf. Excuse me, the grass.
Nice dead leg juke there. Khalil Deere, a weapon for this Ironhead team on three sides of the ball as Adcock hangs on to it, and he'll be tackled for a loss. 2nd and 12 for the Ironheads.
Good defensive stop on first down for the Miners as it looked like a zone read.
So they'll have the ball on the 28. Adcock takes the snap, lets it go, and it is caught by Khalil Deere, and that'll be a touchdown for the Ironheads.
What a beautiful throw by the quarterback, and guess who? Deere in the corner of the end zone to bring it down. Great throw, great catch as he has that over the shoulder, and man, it was pretty much all Deere in that drive.
Definitely was. Again, one thing you said, make the big plays. And Khalil Deere able to do that 2 times in a row.
Yeah, he certainly had a strong opening drive to start off this game. I mean, he is worth the price of admission. A man amongst boys out here. Extra point. Up. High. But it is no good.
So they missed that extra point, and the score will be 6-0 with 7:15 left in the first quarter.
Take another look at this touchdown catch, by Khalil Deere. Just beat his man to the corner of the end zone and makes it look easy.
Yeah, that is a tough one-on-one cover for just about any defensive back in the state.
I would agree with that. So the Ironheads put the first points on the board.
And a strong showing on that first drive offensively. They're able to march down the field rather quickly. And a nice turnout from the visiting fans. Great turnout from the home crowd here.
Yeah, the stands seem to be filling up as we move along with 7 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter.
Again, we are here in Hartshorne, Oklahoma, home of the Miners. Butler Jennings Field, as the EUFAULA Ironheads are set to kick. Draven Gregg sets up. Squibb kicks it, and the Miners will fall on it at the 37.
So again, good field position for Hartshorne, and it looks like they're gonna drop the offense back here. What do you anticipate seeing offensively from this Hartshorne Miners offense?
Well, I wonder if they'll continue running. They had some early success with the read option and the quarterback keeping that. Bryson Cervantes picking up some good gains. I wonder if they'll add any throwing into this drive. They send a man in motion, hand it off, cuts upfield. About a 4-yard gain by Xavier Frazier on the sweep play.
Yeah, good job. Kind of a jet sweep motion coming across the field. Gets the handoff and does a good job, enough to pick up about 3 yards on the play. But good job by the EUFAULA defense pursuing to the football.
Yep, and they line it up on 2nd and 7. Drops back. Short pass, and the Ironheads are right there to make the tackle. That's Brett Pippinger on the tackle.
And you can see EUFAULA just running a man-to-man defense on the outside, trying to load the box up against this Miners run. Just a 5-yard hitch route right there. Raise up and throw. It's completion. It makes it a very manageable 3rd down here. Let's see what the Miners offense decides to go with.
Yep, and it's 3rd and 4. They line it up, trying to extend the drive. Send the man in motion. Gets to the outside. And he is stopped for a loss. Xavier Frazier on the carry.
They try to run that jet sweep handoff across the formation once again, and it just seems like that slight hesitation is the reason why he could not get the edge, and he might have lost a couple of yards on the play.
It puts it to 4th and 6 for the Miners as they will punt, and Khalil Deer is back again. See if they kick it to him this time, and they will. Deer fields it, cuts back upfield, makes a man miss, and he is tackled at the 30.
That's a good job by the punt team, because Deer's not an easy guy to get a hold of, but Zach McCoy is able to come tackle him from behind and put him on the grass. But still, not bad field position for EUFAULA as they go into their 2nd offensive drive of the game.
And they'll take over on the 30-yard line with 4 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first. We see Luke Adcock back to lead this offense once again. That's Matt Clover on the carry.
And Clover does a good job of eluding some tacklers and then racing up the field before going out of bounds. Take a look at the replay right here. Almost a tackle for loss, and finds a way to the outside. Picks up some good yards. Makes it 2nd and 6.
Hands off again. He has room, and he will be untouched for a Ironhead touchdown. It's Matt Clover being assisted by Johnny Burton all the way down the field.
Yeah, nobody touched him, and nobody even touched Burton as he was escorting him into the end zone. Very phenomenal touchdown run by Clover, showing a lot of speed out of the backfield. Big burst.
Yeah, we're used to seeing some power, but that time he turned on the jets and went untouched. And that'll put the Ironheads up 12, and they will go for 2. Adcock drops back and completes the pass to number 14, Slade Williams, as they complete the 2-point conversion. It'll be a 14-0 lead with 4:33 left in the second.
And take a look at this run once again by Clover, as just nobody there in the secondary to touch him, and his offensive line making sure of that. Take a look at the 2-point conversion, just a nice out route. Beats his man, and it's good for a touchdown.
Make sure you all stop by your local Bravado Wireless store, as they just got new shipments of the brand new iPhone 13 in.
Yes, they certainly did.
All of the upgrades you could think of, including battery life.
Camera, don't forget about that camera.
Brand new camera operations as well. Which one are you looking forward to the most?
You know what? I think that the camera is phenomenal, but that battery life, man, that's something that you desperately need in a phone. Because when you're out and about in places like Hartshorne, Oklahoma, you don't want your phone dying on you. So that's something that iPhone and Bravado Wireless want to take care for you.
Yep, as the Ironheads kick it away. A return by Caden James. And he will be stopped at the 34. So the Miners will take over.
And the offense for the Miners needs to get a couple of first downs right now. They've been allowing their defense to, take the brunt of the punishment here from the EUFAULA offense. They got to find a way to deliver some themselves and get the ball up the field.
So 1st and 10 for the Miners. Send a man in motion. And that is Cervantes on the keeper. He picks up about 2 yards.
Yeah, take a look at this tackle at the end, though. Rough, tough hit. Already seems like the quarterback, Cervantes, is going to be taking a bulk of the carries throughout this game. Seems like the Miners are taking their time getting to the line.
As the play clock is winding down, they get the snap off. And the ball will be complete to James for a gain of about 5 yards.
And it doesn't look like that's enough for a first down, as he raises up and throws that 5-yard hitch once again, trying to attack the depth of the EUFAULA defense and try to force them to come up and play more aggressive man-to-man coverage. As you can see, there's no safety back there. They're just manning up across the board and loading that box.
Yeah, playing it straight up here on 3rd and 2. They'll throw another quick route. And he will be close to a first down, and he might have got it.
Yeah, Frazier with that second effort. And that's going to do it. Enough for a Miner first down.
And that's good for the Miners. They need to be able to build that momentum and create a good drive and hopefully get some points on the board here in the first quarter.
In a situation like this where you're seeing soft man-to-man defense, I do like their strategy of timing routes with quick passes to get the ball up the field and move those chains.
Send the man in motion. Another read option, and that is Johnny Burton. The first Ironhead there to make the tackle for loss. So a loss of about 3. That'll push it back to 2nd and 13.
And again, that's something that this Miners offense cannot afford. You've got to keep the ball ahead of the chains and keep this thing going. Unfortunate that they got that tackle for loss there, but good job by EUFAULA penetrating and getting into the backfield.
And that's a name I think we'll be calling a lot. Johnny Burton, as Miners drop back. Pass complete to Frazier. And he will make a short gain.
And one of the things you got to look out for right now is you seeing all these hitch routes in the passing game of the offense for the Miners. Watch out for a double move, because the way this EUFAULA's team is aggressively coming downhill, one spin move and go vertical down the field, it could be 6 for the Miners. They got to think about that, especially with no safety back.
Short gain, and then hit him with one long.
Yep. That's how they draw it up.
All right, well, 3rd down and 8. Cervantes drops back. And just out of the reach of Caden James. That'll be a 4th down for Hartshorne.
That's unfortunate because he was open. He just overthrew him just a little bit.
Punt is off. And that'll be picked up at the 11. So Hartshorne able to force the Ironheads to start their drive inside their own 20-yard line. And they will take over with about 47 seconds left in the first quarter. So the Ironheads take over. Lou Adcock back to take the snaps.
Holds on to the ball.
And throws it away.
And I'm surprised that there's not any intentional grounding right there, because I don't see a receiver in the area. Take a look at the replay right here. He's drifting back and he's trying to set up the screen out to the side, but there is no receiver in the middle of the field. That should be intentional grounding, and there's no call by the refs.
Yeah, and the Hartshorne coaches were asking for it. And that would have put the Ironheads right back up against their goal line, but Luke Adcock able to make a play and avoid getting the safety.
I don't even know if that ball passed the line of scrimmage.
And a bit of a broken play as he hands off to Ontario Ellen, and he makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And Ellen almost trips and falls in the backfield. He's able to regain his composure and stay up. I see what you mean there by broken play. It seemed like a little surprise to get that ball snapped that early in the snap count.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't prepared for it. It was one of those moments where it's like, oh, I have the ball. So that'll be the last play of the first quarter, and the Ironheads lead 14-0 here in Hartshorne. We will take a quick break and we'll be right back right here on Bravado Wireless.
A neighbor, not a number. with the best price on home internet and mobile service from your friendly local provider. Make the switch and save.
Welcome back here to Bravado Wireless. We are here in Hartshorne, Oklahoma, as we watch the Miners take on the visiting Ironheads of EUFAULA, as EUFAULA holds a 14-0 lead here at the beginning of the second quarter.
Yeah, in the first quarter, pretty much dominated by the Ironheads, doing a good job of getting their athletes in space and using that space to put points on the board. Dominating performance by them in the first quarter. Is going to be interesting to see what kind of adjustments were made at the end of the first quarter for the Miners, because offensively they're still struggling to pick up some first downs, and defensively they're having to match up with some phenomenal athletes on the field.
As we see Adcock drop back, and he takes a shot down the field, and it is incomplete through the hands of the defender, Caden James.
Yeah, great defending the pass by James as he runs step for step with the wide receiver and almost comes down with the interception. Take another look at it right here. James at the cornerback position has the wide receiver on his back, feeling him, and does a good job of allowing him to run the route and still staying in possession of most of the field.
So the Ironheads will punt from their own end zone. And that one just gets off.
Great job by the Miners defense of not allowing this EUFAULA team to come out of their own end zone.
So the Miners will take over on the 48-yard line.
And a lot of what you've seen for the Miners offense has just simply been a lot of quarterback run and those hitch routes where they're trying to spread out the offense, let them run man-to-man, and then run quick hitch routes on the field.
Cervantes, again, you called it. Woo, another hitch route and a big-time hit right there by Brett Pippinger.
Pippinger making a lot of solid tackles in this game. He's been aggressive on defense. Offensively, though, the Miners have to find some play that allows them to pick up this first down here.
And they throw it again, and it's just overthrown by Cervantes. I believe that was Gus Miller, the intended target.
And here's a situation where it's not, they're not behind the chains, but this third down is not favorable to them. It's going to be interesting to see what they go with here. The last time they were in this situation, they ran that jet sweep, and EUFAULA did a good job of racing to the edge and containing.
Yeah, EUFAULA is known for that pressure they provide up front on defense. So we'll see what happens here. Another quick throw. And again, Brett Pippinger all over that and not allowing Xavier Frazier to pick up the first down.
And here's the situation that you're looking at. They're still throwing a 5-yard hitch when it's 3rd and 6. You have to know as a wide receiver, as an athlete, as a football player where the sticks are and go to the sticks.
Well, they're going for it on 4th down, so 4th and 4. And they will try to draw them off sides. Ironhead showing discipline there.
Trips. And they're going to call a timeout. Looks like they might be bringing the punt team on. They tried to draw them off sides, like you said, Johnny Dash, but a good job in being disciplined and being smart by the Ironhead defense and allowing them to stay on sides and call a timeout. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick break here on BravadoWireless.com, and when we come back, we'll bring you more action from the second quarter here at Hartshorne, Oklahoma.
I'm Coach Larry Newton Jr. with the EUFAULA Ironheads. You're watching Friday Night Lights with Bravado Wireless.
Welcome back to BravadoWireless.com. As you can see, the Hartshorne Miners are hosting the EUFAULA Ironheads, and the Ironheads on the road, up 14. Great start in the first quarter. Situation right now where the Miners trying to decide what they should do here on fourth down with field position. Looks like they have the quarterback in the backfield, but he is also their punter. So let's see what he decides to do. Oh, and he's going to run it. Well, goes backside, cuts it up. Nothing but deer in the way. He cuts across the field and takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line and enters the red zone. That's the burst that you need to see from the Miners.
And a great play by Bryson Cervantes and great blocking up front. Able to misdirect, find the open field on the left side, and use his speed to pick up yards.
Yeah, he certainly did. He did do that. He did a good job of finding the blockers, then cutting it back and using great vision down the field.
So the Miners will take over inside the red zone. First and goal, ball on the 5-yard line. Swings it to the left side, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Hartshorne.
Great job, great effort, great blocking on that play, and just the lunge, the extra effort to get into the end zone. That's what you want to see out of your team, and that's what you want to see out of your players.
A great job, Bryson Cervantes. Definitely been carrying the load for the Miner offense.
He certainly has, and a good job by him of extending the ball and getting into the end zone. Big time play on fourth down, and they reward him with the touchdown.
And it looks like they might be setting up to go for 2. And they are.
A little bit of confusion here by the offense.
And he will try to punch it in, and he is held up by the Ironhead defense. So that will make it 14-6 as we check out the replay.
Phenomenal run by him. Good job setting up the cut. Deer in no man's land. And then the touchdown run. Good blocking by his teammates. And then you see that final lunge to cross the goal line. And that's going to be 6 points for the Miners. And EUFAULA's defense seems a little shocked and stunned by that fourth down play, and they weren't able to battle back in the red zone.
Yep, a great job by Hartshorne cutting that lead here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see defensively how they respond after that, because they got the momentum now. They have the momentum, and they need to find a way to stop this EUFAULA offense once again. They got a good stop there back in their own territory, finding a way to get off the field, and EUFAULA punting for the first time tonight. And with that, their offense goes the other direction and gets points on the board. Now let's see how things get going for Hartshorne.
And you called it, Dion. The key to this game is making the big play.
Yes.
And right there, Bryson Cervantes, the senior, one of the senior leaders of this Miners team, able to come through and make a big time play. And the Miners will kick it off. It'll be returned by Clover.
Clover going the other way with it.
And he has some room on the left side. Stays in bounds.
Oh, he just gets tripped up.
A shoestring tackle. Matt Clover being very, very patient on that return. It looks like we have some laundry on the field.
I like it when the announcers on TV say he was very deliberate with that rushing attack right there. And he was very deliberate when he decided to tuck the ball, find the hole. He was being very picky. Look at him, tempo, slower down the tempo, looking for the cutback lane, finds the sideline, trying to get up the field. That right there where he gets, tripped up from behind, he was about to turn on that speed.
Definitely was, but we have a flag for holding, so that'll push the Miners all the way back. I'm sorry, push the Ironheads all the way back to the 31-yard line. So you have Luke Adcock to take the snap. Hands off to Clover. And Clover is met in the backfield. Reverses field. Reverses field again. Still on his feet and is finally taken down by a host of Miners.
Man, he broke so many tackles on that run, but all for naught, as it might be a loss of about, and I'm waiting for the linesman to spot the football. I think that might be been a loss of about 15 yards.
Yeah, and Eli Jackson, big fella coming in there, making the tackle.
And it was because the defensive line shifted into different gaps, just like they did right there, and the offensive line couldn't pick it up. But you see now the offense is changing the play, and they're making adjustments at the line.
Yep, 2nd and 27, and they hand off. That is to Ontario Ellen.
And he gets tackled by Curlis. And Curlis brings him down to the grass. I keep wanting to say turf, but they're not playing on turf over here at Hartshorne. So on the field, brings him to the field. Nah, that still doesn't sound good as turf. Dang, I miss turf. You got to say something, Johnny.
3rd and 25 for the Ironhead.
And they continue to move backwards. It looks like there's going to be a whistle. And it's going to be a timeout on Hartshorne. So with that being said, and calling a timeout here, it sounds like a good time to get a timeout ourselves. And with that, we'll get a couple of quick messages from our friends at Bravado Wireless. Welcome back to BravadoWireless.com as EUFAULA Ironheads have the ball and looks to be 3rd and 25. Let's see what they do here offensively. And he's going to run with it. Quarterback out of the backfield. It doesn't look like he's going to have enough for the first down, but he does pick up a good chunk of yards before he's escorted out of bounds.
Luke Adcock escaping the pressure there by the Miners. He picks up about 15 yards, so it'll be 4th and 10, and EUFAULA will punt.
And he gets that punt off, but it looks like it might have been touched by a Hartshorne defender. Let's see which way they're going to go with the football. And again, EUFAULA has the football, and what a break for the Ironheads. Look at this ball right here. It's punted away and it's blocked, and then one of the defenders touches the ball down the field. Well, hold on now.
Yep, so I believe it is a first down for EUFAULA. Again, a blocked kick, a blocked punt, touched by a Miner and recovered by an Ironhead. So they will hand it off and be stuffed in the backfield. Big time defensive play right there. Landon Burke on the tackle. Along with Landon Semeski. So that'll be 2nd and 11 for the Ironheads.
They show jet sweep coming across the field, but the pass down the field to the wide receiver. He's running. No one's going to catch him. Touchdown, Ironheads.
As Brett Lindley on the reception. Able to get a little fancy there, break loose, and put 6 on the board for the Ironheads.
And it's just as simple of breaking tackles down the field, showing off the speed down the sideline, almost losing the football mid-stride. He's able to regain possession and get into the end zone. And that's so unfortunate because of a situation where defensively they got to stop and they were getting off the field. But now it turns into 6 points for EUFAULA.
The kick is up. And this one is good. So it'll be 21-6. As we get another look at Brett Lindley. She scores that touchdown for the Ironheads.
Pretty impressive and unfortunate for the defense. They got to stop, and then on special teams, just a mishap. Because of that, another touchdown for EUFAULA. Good job by them capitalizing on the special teams play, putting points on the board.
Yeah, EUFAULA isn't one of those teams that you can give second chances to.
And that's one of the things we talked about before the game, turnovers being one of the keys and not allowing second chance opportunities to the opposing team. And here it is, where you get another opportunity and they turn it into points.
And you got to give it up to the Miners. They did have a good defensive stance. They made some plays defensively, but just not able to fully capitalize on the special teams play right there. Had a block punt. Just unfortunate to bounce off of one of their own players and be recovered by EUFAULA, which set up the touchdown. For Tyler Lee. I was calling the wrong name earlier. It was Tyler Lee on the touchdown.
Yeah, definitely number 6 on the roster.
And a swib kick, and it is recovered by the Miners.
And they're not taking any chance at another special teams mishap. As the Miners offense on the field.
Yep, and the Miners will be taking over on the 36-yard line.
Still a lot of time left in this second quarter, so they have to be able to execute and get down the field. put some points on the board before halftime.
Cervantes drops back, takes a shot, and it is caught. Xavier Frazier with the catch.
Excellent grab by Frazier. Good job of elevating and catching that go route on the outside. And an excellent throw by Cervantes. Take a look at this one more time as he goes up and makes the grab. Big time play. That's a good way to start your offensive drive there.
Yep, and they make it all the way down to the 43 on that play. Offense is starting to build momentum with some big plays for the Miners. Coming up on 6.5 minutes in the second quarter.
Miners taking their time to get to the line.
10 seconds on the play clock. Cervantes drops back again and just overthrows his running back. Jackson Moody, the intended target.
And Moody had a lot of room to run. He's on that screen pass. There was nothing but daylight and opportunity in front of him. Take a look at this right here. Just airmails it. And the coaching staff so displeased by the incompletion. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. Incompletion stops the clock. And if I were the Miners, I would start thinking about finding a way to, get this clock to run a little bit, because you're giving EUFAULA a lot of time if they get the ball back.
And Cervantes will keep it, and he will be held up. As looks like Luke Adcock getting in on the defensive action. Now, how much of that errant pass is caused by the pressure up front by the Ironheads?
Yeah, and I think a lot of it was the pressure coming around the corner because of the fact that he couldn't see the running back. They were in his line of sight, so he lobs it up there, and it's just too high for Moody to come down with.
Well, that'll bring the Miners to 3rd and 8. 5.5 left to go in the second. Takes a snap. And that one is reeled in by Frazier, but tackled immediately by Brett Pippinger.
And Frazier, take a look at this hit. He gets the ball off, and he pays for it as he sits in the pocket. Cervantes kind of gingerly getting up after that one.
Yeah. Brett Pippinger right there on the tackle. And it's 4th and 5 as the Miners are going for it.
And he gets the ball to Frazier. Does Frazier have enough for the touchdown after?
And they're going to mark him for forward progress. And they will be close to the first down.
Let's take another look with this replay. Another 5-yard hitch route. And it looks like it might be enough for the first down.
Yep.
And it will be. So Frazier doing enough to get the first down and finding those sticks.
It's definitely a momentum drive for the Miners. They are building on a good drive.
They just have to find a way to let it end with points on the board.
It will set up 1st and 10. That one is tipped at the line and picked off. Johnny Burton makes his way downfield.
It doesn't look like anyone is going to catch Burton, and that's a big man touchdown.
Love to see it. I told you that was going to be a name that we would call. Johnny Burton, having that awareness.
Nice hands.
Hey, that ball is tipped at the line, and Johnny Burton able to reel that thing in and get the pick 6.
Not going to lie, though, Burton looks tired.
Oh, he is definitely gassed.
That ball just tipped on the line and falls into Burton's lap, and he races the other way. Got some good blocking, too, by his teammates as they helped him into the end zone.
Great job by Burton, able to realize the ball was tipped at the line, reaches out, and takes that thing to the house. And that's a timeout, EUFAULA. So they're taking a timeout, and we'll take one as well as we hear from our sponsors at Bravado Wireless. Stick around. We'll be right back right here at Butler Jennings Field in Hartshorne, Oklahoma. Welcome back. We are here in Hartshorne, Oklahoma, here on the Bravado Wireless Friday night game of the week. We're watching the Hartshorne Miners take on the EUFAULA Ironheads. We just saw Johnny Burton pick one off and take it to the house. And that puts the Ironheads up 27-6, and they will try for the extra point. I'm sorry, they're going for two. Adcock takes the snap, has pressure, makes his way to the outside, and it is caught. Tyler Lee able to get his feet in bounds.
That's a great job by Adcock. Running with the ball in his hands. He has to escape left, and he has the ball on the right, running, still able to lob the ball up in the air and with the completion. And right here you see the interception by Burton, and it looks like it's number 77.
Rashawn Watts.
Watts with the tip and allowing Burton to get in there and get into the end zone. Big time play. That might be a play that we look back on and changes the course of this game, because like you said, during the timeout, Miners were going down the field. They were having momentum. They were having success with the passing game, and it seemed like they were getting ready to go in there and score.
Yep, the Miners were definitely marching downfield, gaining momentum. Looked like they were on the verge of being able to cut into that lead, but the Ironheads say not so fast. The Ironheads said not so fast, and they pick one off and take it to the house.
Another short line drive kick. Frazier's going to pick it up and try to return it. It's a little indecisive with which way he decides to go, and EUFAULA brings him down to the grass. With 3 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter, the Miners offense takes the field once again.
So the Miners will take over on their own 6-yard line. Trips left. Cervantes, another quick throw. It's Caden James on the reception.
Good run after the catch for James as he picks up about, looks like 8 yards.
Brett Pippinger on that tackle.
Frazier in motion. Doesn't get the ball, but he does get it. Cervante keeps it and goes up the middle, picks up the first down as the clock continues to run after they set the chains.
Using that read option there. Able to pick up the first down, and they gotta build something. They gotta cut into this lead before the end of the first half. Just under 3 minutes left. Ironheads look like they're bringing pressure, and they are. And that time, Peppinger jumps the route.
And then he's seen enough of that. 5-yard hitches, he finally bites on it, but that's kind of the telltale sign of when it's time to run those double moves. When safeties and cornerbacks start to creep up a little bit more to kind of stop that 5-yard hitch, it's time to give them a reason to back off.
Second and 10. Cervantes on the throw, and it is just overthrown.
And Frazier had his man beat. He had a step on him, but just a little too far down the field.
Might have had 2 steps on him.
Yeah, he was definitely running away. And that's going to make it 3rd and 10 for the Miners.
Like we said earlier, those big plays, you gotta have those. That would have made this a tight one going into halftime if they were able to complete that pass and score. But now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. 3 receivers to the right side, and they hand it off, and they are stopped in the backfield. That's number 21, Evan Spoer, on the tackle for loss. You see Spoer coming free, blitzing that gap and making the tackle.
That's a good job by him, making that solo tackle in the hole there. Looks like EUFAULA is going to try and take a timeout here and trying to save some time on the clock, get their offense back on the field and get a little 2-minute drive going.
Yep, so as they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout. We'll be right back here on Bravado Wireless.
Life is measured in moments, times where you accomplish something great and times you spend with those who matter most. When it's time to share those moments, you need someone that you can count on. You need to be able to make your calls of congratulations at a moment's notice without limitations. Bravado Wireless is a provider that you can count on both locally and nationwide. Whenever you make the switch to Bravado, we'll even include a brand new iPhone on us so that whatever the moment, we're right there beside you.
Welcome back. You're watching Bravado Wireless Friday night game of the week. EUFAULA Ironheads visiting the Hartshorne Miners as the Miners face a 4th and 13 here with 2:14 left to go in the second quarter.
Seems like they're taking their time to get to the line of scrimmage.
It looks like it might have been a clock issue that they're trying to fix, potentially.
Yeah, that play clock hasn't moved since we've seen. You can see both referees there over the football looking at the clock, waiting for that thing to begin. Now the clock says 20, so it definitely is a clock issue on the board. So bear with us here, as not us having the technical difficulties, but some of the staff members here on the field having issues with the clock, as now trying to get it set. Now we're going to get some football underway as the Miners make their way to the line of scrimmage.
Yep, so 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Miners back to punt. And Khalil Deer will receive it at 45. And he is taken down at the 47-yard line.
Jackson Moody is the one that brings him down to the turf as he corrals Deer. Now, good field position for Ironheads. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left on the clock. This is excellent time to practice the 2-minute drill, live game action, because they never know when that situation is going to come in handy. So it's very important to get reps at it. This is the perfect time to do it here going into halftime.
So 1st and 10, Luke Adcock takes it. Swings out to the right, lets it go, and it is dropped.
Tyler Lee on the outside, running the 10-yard out, hits his hands, but he can't turn him over to bring in the catch. Adcock doing a good job though, sprint out pass to the left, but with the incompletion, that does stop the clock with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left, giving them some time offensively and as a coaching staff to figure out the next play. But they need to move the ball down the field.
2nd and 10. Adcock and Clover in the backfield. Put Deer in motion. Hand off to Clover. Clover gets it to the left side, and he will go, lowers the shoulder and brings the boom.
He certainly did, ladies and gentlemen. Clover with the head of steam going downfield, gets this team in the red zone territory, but not before he runs somebody over down the field. Take a look at this hit once again. Defender waiting for the cutback, and he gets more than the cutback. He gets the strength of Clover.
Yeah, but Clover will set up the Ironheads at the 10-yard line, so 1st and goal.
That's one way to run your 2-minute drill.
Run it. Adcock to the left, and he is in for the touchdown.
And another touchdown on the board for the Ironheads. Good job finding a way to find the pylon and take it in for the score.
Blue Adcock on the rollout there, able to find the end zone.
And it looks like they're setting up to try to go for 2 here as Clover trots back onto the field.
Adcock takes the snap, and it is broken up.
And it looked like it was intended for Tyler Lee, and Tyler Lee almost catches it off the tip, but it looks like he falls down in the process. Take another look at this touchdown, though, by Adcock as he trots on into the end zone with these.
Yeah, but that was Gus Miller defending that 2-point conversion, defended the throw. Yeah, it'll be 35-6 as the Ironheads are going to get set to kick off to the Miners with just over a minute and a half left in the first half.
Man, that's unfortunate for the Miners. They've just run into a couple of situations and a couple of turnovers in this first half that's allowed this EUFAULA team to get on the board and take advantage of the penalties, the opportunities they've been giving offensively.
As we see EUFAULA kick it away. Picked up and returned. He has some room to the right side. And he will be taken down at the 50. That's Caden James on the return.
Caden James doing a good job. He sees a big lane. He executes hits it and hits it hard and gets up the field.
Yeah, great job. Able to really provide some momentum, much needed momentum for this Miner team. Now let's see if they can capitalize on the good field position.
Yeah, great field position. A minute and 24 seconds left. That's enough time to move the ball down the field, especially with it on the 50-yard line. And it looks like they're going to call a timeout.
Hartshorne with the timeout. They'll talk some things over and set up for what could be the last drive of the first half. We'll take a quick commercial break and be right back here on Bravado Wireless.
Come with a ting, come with a ting, come with a ting, come with a ting. Yeah, can't sit me in the ring, sit me in the ring. Come with a ting, come with a ting, come with a ting, come with a ting.
You don't need 4 lines for our best price. Get unlimited mobile service for $40 per month per line, period. With the same nationwide network as Big Wireless and neighborly service like nowhere else. Make the switch and save.
Welcome back to BravadoWireless.com as we have the Bravado Wireless Game of the Week as the EUFAULA Ironheads going head-to-head with the Hartshorne Miners. Right now, EUFAULA taking control of this game and finding many of ways to get inside the end zone. But Hartshorne has it at the 50-yard line with a minute and 24 seconds left before halftime. Let's see if they can execute here.
And Cervantes unable to escape the pressure. That's Ontario Ellen on the sack. So that'll push them back about 11 yards.
And now it's going to be very difficult for them to get this first down after they were in great field position. They're going to have to find a way to move the ball down the field with 56 seconds left on the game clock.
Yep, 2nd and 21. Hartshorne has to get something on the board before halftime. Cervantes drops back. He rolls to the right side, and he gets out of bounds at about the 43-yard line. So a small pickup.
He does a good job of eluding the pressure. It was coming from that what appeared to be his right side.
So 3rd down and about 17. 41 seconds to go.
The clock did stop with him getting out of bounds on that play.
Yep, heads up play by Cervantes. Fraser in motion. Cervantes will hang on to it. And he will be stopped. And that will make it 4th and 15 as the clock continues to tick.
A lot of time to develop that play. You see faking the jet sweep, faking the zone read, pulling the ball and going up the middle.
That looks like that might be the last play of the first half.
Clock running down with 6 seconds left. They're not going to have to snap this ball again.
Yep, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Ironheads up 35-6 over the Hartshorne Miners. And we will take a quick break as we go into halftime. So stick around. We'll be back with more action right here on BravadoWireless.com.
From nationwide coverage to live high school sports to the great outdoors and so much more, we've got something for you. We're a local wireless carrier right here in Oklahoma. We work for your town, in your town. But great cell phone signal in rural areas is just scratching the surface. We also broadcast live events from all over eastern Oklahoma. High school football, basketball, baseball, dirt track races, livestock shows, and community events. Everything to keep you connected in your community. We're also producing original shows like Connect Outdoors and Cooking Wild that shines a light on real Oklahoman experiences. You can find us at bravadowireless.com, or you can search for us on Facebook or YouTube. You can even find us on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can download their app straight to your phone, Apple TV, Smart TV, or Roku. We don't just create for Oklahoma, we are Oklahoma. We're Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's service provider.
I'm Coach Larry Newton Jr. with the EUFAULA Ironheads. You're watching Friday Night Lights with Bravado Wireless.
Get treated like a neighbor, not a number, with the best price on home internet and mobile service from your friendly local provider. Make the switch and save.
Come with the ting, come with the ting. Come with the ting, come with the ting. Yeah, can't see me in the ring, see me in the ring. Come with the ting, come with the ting. Come with the ting, come with the ting.
Other wireless companies need 4-page brochures to explain plans that are too complicated and cost way too much. We are not like the others. We are Bravado Wireless. We offer one line of unlimited talk, text, and 4G LTE data for only $40 per month, with no minimum number of lines and no hidden fees. This is your year to be bold, connect fast at the best price. We live where you live, and we are proud to be a part of your community here in Eastern Oklahoma. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Right now, more than ever, we're choosing to take the back roads and stay off of the beaten path. We're doing all that we can to avoid the crowds and the hustle of the city. While we know that taking the road less traveled isn't for everyone, it's where we feel most at home. Every turn down this road could be challenging, and much like you, we know the harder the challenge, the greater the reward. That's why each and every day, Bravado Wireless is growing our network further down the county roads and down the roads less traveled. We're making sure wherever your road may lead, you're always connected. We are Bravado Wireless, Oklahoma's own wireless provider. Life is measured in moments, times where you accomplish something great, and times you spend with those who matter most. When it's time to share those moments, you need someone that you can count on. You need to be able to make your calls of congratulations at a moment's notice without limitations. Bravado Wireless is a provider that you can count on both locally and nationwide. Whenever you make the switch to Bravado, we'll even include a brand new iPhone on us so that whatever the moment, we're right there beside you.
Let's go. Unleashed, untamed, on a war campaign. All I'm hearing on the brain, no pain, no gain. Chokehold on the game, make them remember the name. Put my flag down, never back down till I'm all that remains. Put my money where my mouth is, and I put the proof with the claim. Put my enemies where the ground is, got a face down in the grain. Dominate your terrain, leave a path full of flames. You ain't never took a real loss, that's about to be arranged. Let the bridges burn. Once we go to war, it ain't no return. You ain't know I was a problem, you about to learn. Once we go to war, it ain't no return. Yeah, we about to take it way too far. Yeah, we about to take it way, way, way too far. Let's go. You ain't know I was a problem, you about to learn. Once we go to war, it ain't no return. Born ready for the drama, with an army that arrive on. And we came here to conquer. Everything I put my eyes on was a beast to a monster. Gladiator down in my bones. You ain't built for the problem. Make way cause the God's home. When you hear my drums, can't hide, can't run. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. I'ma bully back in my zone. I'ma throw him off of my throne. I was number one when you came, I'll be number one when you go. Let the bridges burn. Once we go to war, it ain't no return. You ain't know I was a problem.
Tonight, the band will perform Disney classics, the Mickey Mouse March, It's a Small World After All, and Zippity Doo Dah. Miner Nation, let's put our hands together and support our miners as the band plays the Hartshorne Miner fight song. The Hartshorne High School cheerleaders would like to showcase what they learned at cheer camp this year. These 12 ladies attended a 3-day cheer camp in Shawnee this summer to work on cheer material, jumps, stunts, and team building. At the conclusion of the UCA camp, there is a camp-wide competition. These girls competed against 6 other high school squads while attending the camp. After 3 days of sweat, tears, attitudes, and a lot of hard work, these ladies brought home 2 trophies. A second-place trophy for overall top team and a first-place trophy in the extreme routine competition. They also brought home the banana, which is the top spirit award for the week. At this time, I would like to introduce these hard-working young ladies. The freshman, Emma Irwin and Marvell Miller. Sophomores, Ella Burke, McKinney Zivrick, and Lily Sarton. Juniors, Katie Richmond, Hannah Cervantes, Addie Budzinski, Emmy Johnson. Seniors, Charlie Curlis, Shaylin Spears, and Hannah Miller. Now let's put your hands together for your minor cheerleaders as they perform their extreme routine.
Wait, I'm gonna go check that and if y'all want to since they're head back over there. I'm gonna walk back over there. Let me get my garbage here.
Big John Beecham set to kick off for the Miners.
Go check our bed first. I like it.
That was the rattling pyramid?
Dancing pyramid.
The spinning pyramid?
Welcome back. Second half action right here on Bravado Wireless.
So you didn't have anything to eat?
We are in Hartshorne, Oklahoma, as we're watching the Hartshorne Miners take on the EUFAULA Ironheads. And the Ironheads will take over on the 27-yard line here to start off the second half.
Yeah, interesting first half. EUFAULA finding ways to put points on the board offensively, doing good things on special teams. Let's see if they can continue with that here.
And a good job by Dallas Colbert, able to make his way into the backfield and get that tackle for loss.
Hurry, pick it up.
That'll make it 2nd and 13 for EUFAULA.
Get it. You get it.
Shift at the defensive line for the Miners.
Adcock rolls out. Got a penalty marker. And that pass is caught.
Pass is complete to Slade Williams. He's tackled by
Slade Williams on the reception.
They're going to call holding on EUFAULA. That's going to bring it back.
Call on the field is holding against EUFAULA.
Take a look at this replay right here. You see the motion across the field. Adcock back to pass, and see the referee throw it right in the middle of the offensive line. So let's see who he's calling it on. Looks like it's going to be on number 55. He does get a hold of the jersey there.
So they'll mark the ball at the 7-yard line. That'll make it 2nd and 21. EUFAULA will line up. Adcock and Clover in the backfield. Adcock drops back, throws it downfield, and it is caught by Khalil Deer. He spins away, and he is taken out of bounds.
Is complete.
Khalil Deer making another athletic play.
Yeah, he did a good job of elevating and bringing the ball down. I don't know if that's enough for a first down, and it looks like it's not with the 3rd down marker going to be placed there, but impressive to get those yards back.
2 keys. They will be in the press box.
Yeah, a great play by Khalil Deer, just an incredible athlete. As they look at 3rd and 3, Adcock will keep it, breaks a tackle, makes his way down the field, one man to beat, and he will fall out of bounds, and a first down for the Ironheads.
Certainly an impressive run by Adcock, and I thought he was going to hurdle the defender, but decides to try to give him the stiff arm, but just enough from the tackler, Brett Lindsley, and he brings him down to the ground, but not before he picks up a big first down and gets his team, inches away from the red zone.
Yep, so EUFAULA will take over on the 23, 1st and 10. They fake it to Deer, and they hand it off to Clover. Clover bounces to the left side, and he is run out of bounds.
Matt Clover on the carry.
Inside the 15-yard line.
Clover just running out of real estate there on that sideline.
Inside the 20. Ball will be marked at the 17 to make it 2nd and about 5 for EUFAULA.
Good job on first down, though, picking up some good yards and making it a very manageable 2nd down. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Adcock raise up and throw the football here with it being 2nd and 5.
And they hand off to Clover. Clover cuts back, and he is in for the touchdown. Matt Clover running another one in. He gets 6 points on the board for the Ironheads.
And, man, Clover just goes in almost untouched there. You got to give a big shout-out to the offensive line for opening up those big holes for him and Adcock throughout that whole drive. It doesn't take them much time at all to take this ball the length of the field and get into the end zone.
Yep, good job by the guys up front, creating those holes for him to run through. And Adcock having the vision, Clover having the vision to hit the gaps and make his way in for the touchdown. As Adcock escapes pressure, throws it, and it is caught.
What a play.
Tyler Lee on the reception.
Going down on his way to the ground, still having the presence of mind to see Lee breaking free, and finally gets the ball off, and that's going to be enough for the 2-point conversion. Take another look as the defender's trying to bring him down for a sack, and he has the brute strength to stay up on his feet long enough to get the rock to his cohort and get in for 2.
So that'll push the lead to that'll push the score 43-6 as the Ironheads are about to set up to kick off here in the 3rd quarter.
They fell off the back trying to catch yours.
Take a look at this replay right here. You see Adcock hand the ball off to Clover. Clover showing off the speed and getting into the end zone. Took a look at the offensive line as they just press everything to the inside, down blocking and giving Clover that running lane with ease.
So the Ironheads will kick off. Caden James on the return, and he makes it to about the 37-yard line.
Ontario Ellen.
Closer to the 38.
Preston Dalton. Gavin Watkins all in on the tackle.
Now the Miners offense, first time on the field here in the 2nd half. See what they open up with.
Yep, and the handoff, Dallas Colbert. They'll mark him with forward progress, but how far forward?
Caden Bumgarner. Tyler Lee.
Dallas looks like he gained about maybe 1 or 2. They're going to say looks like 1.
Yeah, but that'll make it 2nd and 9. And Cervantes will keep this one on the read option, and he will just make it back to the line of scrimmage.
And looks like Eden Gray is the tackler that gets him from behind, coming from his defensive end position. That play taking a little too much time, and the offensive line not holding up Gray enough for him to make a play in the backfield. And with that being said, it's going to be 3rd and 9. Let's see if the Miners are forced to throw here.
And the quarterback keep it up to the right side. He looks like he might be just short of the first down, but very close. And he will get the first.
And he takes a hard hit trying to get that first down. Take a look at this as he gets tackled into the ground and is very slow getting up.
So ball on the 49. Miners looking to cut into this lead. Cervantes drops back to throw and overthrows his target.
There had to have been a miscommunication there because there was nobody in the surrounding area where he threw the football.
So that'll be 2nd and 10 for Hartshorne. Send the man in motion. Be a quarterback keep.
He dives over that pile to get some extra yards and makes it a pretty good gain there on 2nd down.
It looks like he 5-yard gain, make it 3rd and 5.
They send him in motion, Frazier, as they do the quarterback draw once again, and that's not going to be enough for the first down at all. It was a good job by EUFAULA's defense of holding strong. Doesn't look like he got anything. Stopped at the line of scrimmage as you take another look at the replay.
Yep, faking that jet sweep. Miners faced with the 4th and 5. Have a decision to either go for it or punt it away. And it looks like they are going to go for it. Cervantes drops back, throws, and it is caught.
And there is a flag.
Pass is complete to Xavier Frazier.
Complete to Xavier Frazier, and we'll see what that flag is. So the ball is spotted on the 39, called pass interference on the defense.
Pass interference against EUFAULA.
And we haven't seen a bunch of penalties in this ball game. It's been rather clean thus far.
You can see right there, he had his hands on his back.
Yeah, just a little early.
Just enough for the referee to throw that flag. So, ball will now be spotted at the 31. For Hartshorne.
You want your pom-pom?
Cervantes back in the shotgun, drops back, rolls out, throws it, and it is overthrown.
And you can see it was a sprint out pass, and he had two options, the go route or the hitch route. It looks like Frazier gets knocked down in his route. And because of that, he only has one guy to throw to, and it looks like he wisely overthrows him. So, because he was well covered down the field.
Yeah, good defense there on the EUFAULA side of the ball with that man coverage as they bring pressure up front. They will hurry up to the line, 2nd and 10.
No, leave that alone.
As they get the ball to Caden James, as looks like he doesn't get any yards on the play. And looked like that might have been caught at the line of scrimmage. Let's take another look. as Caden had to come back to the football, and that's right. Good tackle by EUFAULA, keeping everything in front of them.
Yep, so 3rd down and 10. Cervantes makes the throw, but they draw a flag. It looked like we might have another pass interference.
They had 2 receivers in the area, and I don't know exactly who Cervantes was throwing to, but it seemed like they were able to draw the flag. That might be enough for another 1st down.
Yep,
they call holding.
Yep, call defensive holding. We'll see where they spot the ball.
So 2 penalties in this drive, late in this drive, to help them move the ball down the field. Take another look at it. It's a 5-yard out, and yes, right there you see the holding from number 9 for EUFAULA. That's Bumgarner.
So a handoff to Frazier.
Handoff goes to Xavier Frazier.
Take another look at this jet sweep handoff as Frazier has to cut it up immediately because Clover does a good job containing it.
So they were actually short of the 1st down. And that might have been a 4th and 1 because now it looks to be EUFAULA's ball.
Well, good stop defensively by EUFAULA then, as the defensive unit for the Miners seem to be coming back onto the field. And Adcock seems to be rolling out himself. So, yes, it will be EUFAULA's ball.
And they hand it off, gets to the right side, makes a man miss, scoots his way down the sideline and makes it all the way to the 50. Ontario Ellen on the run.
Once again, he's escorted down the field by Johnny Burton. Look at this. He's going upfield, picking up more blocks.
If you need a lead blocker, Johnny Burton is your guy.
Yeah, he certainly is. Doing a good job leading up into the hole there.
Ellen gets it again, gets it over to the left side, has some blockers out front, and he picks up a 1st down.
Ontario Ellen again
dragged down from behind by Jackson Moody.
And they'll make it all the way to the 35-yard line for a Ironhead 1st down.
Ellen just running left and right on this defense and picking up a good chunk of yards. As the clock continues to tick away, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in this ball game. This time,
Evan Spohr on the carry.
He doesn't advance the ball out of the backfield. It appears as they lose
John Beecham,
what looks to be 2 yards.
And Aiden Reeves in on the tackle.
Yep, that'll make it 2nd and 12. Ironhead's looking to expand this lead.
Surprised you don't see this Miners ball club go to zero coverage and load the box, as you know EUFAULA's going to want to run the football here.
And Spohr takes it up the middle, almost spins away from a tackle, but will take it into the red zone.
On the carry.
The ball will be spotted
Jackson Moody in on that
at about
tackle.
the 17-yard line.
Good tough run from him.
What's this? What is that? Can we take it off?
As EUFAULA gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Can we take it off?
Hands off to Sporer again. He makes his way to the left side, has a blocker, cuts up field, and he will be stopped inside the 5-yard line. They will mark him on the 5-yard line. And we look at the replay.
Great nifty running by Squirrels as you see that cutback right there.
And Xavier Frazier in on a tackle.
Before he's dragged down by number 11, Moody, who's been all over the field defensively for the Miners.
Evan Sporer getting a lot of touches here on the possession and picking up a lot of yards every time he touches the ball.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they go to him here again.
Yeah, he's been the finisher. Moody to the outside, picks up a good block from his wide receiver, number 6 on the outside, Tyler Lee, and he gets into the end zone.
And a great play and some great hard running by Evan Sporer on the entire possession.
Yeah, and a good job by the offensive line, blocking downfield and creating big-time holes for these running backs to run through.
And the extra point is up, and it is no good as the EUFAULA Ironheads lead 49-6 with about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left here in the third quarter. We will take a quick break and be back with more action right here on Bravado Wireless, Friday night game of the week.
You are called to be bold, to live out loud, to make the most out of every moment. You share these moments with your friends and family, side by side, across town and across the world. We are Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection, coverage, speed, service, the latest technology. These aren't options. They're not special offers. They are obligations to you. We believe in building a community, your community. Bravado Wireless.
Welcome back to the Bravado Wireless game of the week as the EUFAULA Ironheads are taking on the HARTSHORNE Miners. Miners trailing 49-6 as there's 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. EUFAULA doing another good job of just running the football methodically down the field, advancing it, having some big-time runs, and then getting into the end zone as they finish off that drive. Took a lot of time off the clock. Now it's let's see how their defense answers as they kick the ball off.
And it is fielded by James. He will cut up the field.
He tries to bounce it outside, finds a nice cutback lane, gets up, and again, good field position. Number 3, Caden James, has been doing a good job all night long of returning that football. Might be the brightest spot of the night for these Miners.
Like your hair.
As the Miners get the ball under center, shotgun snap, there is a flag on the field. And
is offsides against EUFAULA.
That's going to be against EUFAULA, so the chains will move a little bit as you'll see 1st and 10 here.
We 1st down and 5 for the Miners. See if they can take advantage of the early miscue by the Ironheads.
Caden James goes across the formation. He receives the handoff on the jet sweep, gets it up the field, and that's going to be about a 3-yard gain.
Brad Pippinger and Evan Sporer.
Excuse me, what that looks about to be 4.
Yep. So it'll be 2nd and 1 as Caden James is able to cut up field, pick up 4 yards.
That's one thing that they've been doing a good job of all night, with this EUFAULA Ironheads team is when they see that jet sweep come across the formation, somebody is always coming up to contain it and making that thing cut back inside to where all the help is.
See, Cervantes drops back. Lets one go. Has a man wide open downfield and just overthrows him. That's Hayden Curlis, the intended target. Just unable to complete the throw.
And the defense doing just enough to disrupt the timing. You check out the double move. You get the corner to to bite, and then just too far down the field. They're going to look back on film tomorrow and realize that they had a couple of chances that some passes just, ill-advised down the field. Didn't go their way.
Cervantes makes the quick throw. That is caught by James, and that'll be a first down for Hartshorne.
Flag. Flag. That's not a flag. That's necklace.
It looks like they might have called a face mask penalty.
The penalties have really started to be stacking up here in the second half, especially for EUFAULA.
So that'll put Hartshorne on their 30-yard line. Again, let's see if they can take advantage of another Ironhead miscue. Try and put points on the board here late in the third quarter.
Standard akimbo play.
Hartshorne trying to get that ball with the screen pass to their running back, number 2, Dallas Colbert. But again, number 5, Cervantes, has the pass a little too high for his receiver to handle it.
Just needs to be a little more crisp on those throws. Make it a little easier for those receivers. As he drops back, makes a short throw over to James, and James is tackled immediately by Peppinger. We've called his name a lot this evening.
Yeah, he's done a good job of, playing good man-to-man defense and coming downhill and making some tackles. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 here for the Miners. See what they go with. Drop back pass. He decides to run with it, gets up the field, is enough for a first down, and he steps out of bounds.
Bryson Cervantes on the carry.
If he makes it to about the 20, they might mark him short at the 19. I'm sorry, at the 21. You see, he does a good job of avoiding pressure and then just takes off and goes. Great camera work.
Really good.
Be 4th and 1.
I think they drew EUFAULA offsides.
Call on the field is offside.
I thought that initially I thought that was enough for the first down, but apparently it was a little short. But that right there with the penalty is going to be a first down.
It's been very uncharacteristic of EUFAULA to pick up this many penalties on a drive. And this is allowing Hartshorne an opportunity to get better and better field position. Cervantes on the keeper.
And on that zone read, he pulls the ball once again. And again, he's slow getting up to his feet as he's been taking some hard hits all night. See that from time to time. The more hits you take, the slower they are to rise to their feet. But with that being said, it looks like the time is going to run out on the third quarter, if I can get that number correct. And when we come back, we'll have more action here at Hartshorne Stadium, and we'll tell you more from bravadowireless.com.
Welcome back to the start of the fourth quarter here on the Bravado Wireless Game of the Week.
And before the fourth quarter starts, we want to mention that here at Bravado Wireless, we have phenomenal technology for you to take advantage of. And one of those things is the thing that came out today that's been all over the news and everybody's been talking about it all over social media, the iPhone 13. Yeah, that's right. Here at Bravado Wireless, we have it in store. So go to your local Bravado Wireless store, ask them and tell them that Deanna Mata and Johnny Dash told you to come pick one up.
You're right, Dion, as we watch Cervantes make his way down. Make sure you all stop by your local Bravado Wireless store and check out that new iPhone 13. I know I'll definitely make my way down there.
I suggest you do that. As the Miners try to make their way into the end zone.
And EUFAULA will take a timeout. So as EUFAULA takes a timeout, we'll take a timeout as well and let you hear from our sponsors over at Bravado Wireless. We'll be right back.
Planning a weekend away in your camper? Take your Bravado Wireless home internet with you. Right now, our most popular internet plan has been chopped. While other internet providers are stuck at home with all of those wires and your obnoxious neighbor, Hank, you are free to take your wireless router to your home away from home. Visit us at bravadowireless.com to find a store near you. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
Welcome back to Bravado Wireless Game of the Week as EUFAULA Ironheads face off against the HARTSHORNE Miners. HARTSHORNE is in the red zone and threatening to score, but it's third down, 3rd and 1. Let's see what they decide to do here as Cervantes is in shotgun formation.
Cervantes sends a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep, and Cervantes able to make short gain.
After taking a hard hit by Shade, he still continues to move forward and picks up the first down for the Miners.
That'll be 1st and goal for HARTSHORNE as the ball is marked on about the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal. The clock hits 11 minutes. Cervantes will drop back. He rolls out to the right side and throws it incomplete.
Yeah, that pass just too short for the receiver to handle. And with that being said, it's going to be 2nd and goal on about, it appears to be the 5-yard line.
So the Miners will line up. Cervantes rolls out to the left side, cuts back, and will be stopped short of the goal line. Looks like he made it down to the 2-yard line, so that'll bring up 3rd and goal as the Miners are threatening to score.
And I like what Cervantes is doing right now, though, because he's looking for receivers down the field, but if he doesn't have anything, he is tucking it and going with it. And in the red zone, there's not a lot of room to work, so you have to make sure where you put these passes, there are catchable balls to the wide receiver.
Cervantes takes the snap, quarterback keep, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, HARTSHORNE.
And Cervantes goes in tough, comes out a little ginger as he's holding his side. That was a hard hit in the end zone. Take another look at it. He's been taking a beating all night. Takes one more good shot before crossing the goal line.
So it looks like HARTSHORNE will go for 2.
And Cervantes Just not going to be able to get it.
2-point conversion is no good.
So the score is now 49-12. With just under 9 minutes to go. We'll let you hear from our sponsors at Bravado Wireless. Stick around. We'll be right back here on the Game of the Week. Welcome back to Friday night, to Bravado Wireless Friday night Game of the Week. Make sure you stop by your local Bravado Wireless store. Pick up some of the new items they have there, the Samsung Fold and Flip, along with the new iPhone 13 that came out today. Be sure to go check out your local Bravado Wireless store. Pick up all items that you need.
Yeah, they got the iPhone 13, the iPhone 13 mini, and even the iPhone 13 Pro and Pro Max. It's all available in every color, so stop by and see if you can get one.
As we see EUFAULA return the kick. It's number 20, Dresden Childs on the return. That will put the ball at about the 35-yard line for the Ironheads. Just about to cross the 7-minute mark. EUFAULA will take over 1st and 10. Number 11, Caden Rice in the backfield. He hands it off to Gavin Watkins. Is Watkins able to fight his way for a gain of about 2?
Gavin Watkins on the carry. Kelby Thomason on the tackle.
Second down and 8. Quarterback keeps it to the right side, makes a man miss, and he's able to fall forward for extra yards.
Let's see where they spot him.
Rice on the carry.
3rd down. Looks like it's going to be
on the tackle.
I want to say 3rd down and 6. What you thinking, Johnny?
It seems about right to me. Good math there.
Scoreboard says 3rd and 5, so we'll go ahead and give that to him and see what the Ironheads do here on 3rd down.
Hand it off to Watkins.
And Watkins loses the ball. Looks like he might have jumped back on it.
There's a fumble on the play.
Well, that play picks up a yard, and it'll be 4th down and 4.
Take a look at the replay here. He does lose control of the football for a second, but he's able to hop back on it as the EUFAULA punter comes onto the field.
Yep, and that was Caden James able to get in there and strip the ball out. EUFAULA will punt.
Almost gets it blocked, but wow, what a punt.
They will let that one roll on in to about the 23-yard line for the Miners.
So the Miners coming onto the field once again, just doing a good job in the 4th quarter, getting a stop on defense. See offensively what they roll out with. Don't see their starting quarterback, number 5.
Bryson Cervantes. just under 4 minutes to go.
Handoff. Can't see exactly who received the handoff right there, but it appears to be Moody as he gets swallowed in the backfield by the defensive line.
It'll be 2nd and 13 for the Miners. And that's number 19, Carlos Pajaro.
Pajaro keeping his feet moving.
Pajaro on the carry.
Looks like he picks up about
Mark Clover.
3.
Able to make it 3rd down and 9.
Excuse me, 4 on the run.
Jet sweep. And he loses his footing.
He's trying to put his foot in the ground and make a cutback and make some of these defenders miss, but seems to fall down himself. Look at that on the jet sweep. Looking for the cutback, sees it, and
Jason Hunter
down to the ground
with a tackle.
So Hartshorne will punt it away. But not before EUFAULA jumps off sides.
That's it. That jumping off sides is always funny to me when I see the defensive line do it, because it's like they play freeze tag. They jump and they stop like nobody saw them, and then they have to go back in a 3-point stance. And it's always like, nope, buddy, we saw you.
The whole stadium knew it was you.
Yeah, that's you right there.
They'll catch it on film tomorrow. I'm sorry, Monday. Punt is off. Nobody back to return for EUFAULA, and the ball will make its way all the way to about the 34-yard line.
And honestly, I think EUFAULA can kind of take a couple of knees here, and this ball game will come to an end.
Hey, get out of their way. Get away.
See what they decide to do. If they run a couple of plays or just let this one run out.
I got it.
It appears they will run a play. New quarterback into the game, number 11, Rice.
Hands off to Watkins. Watkins makes his way around the right side. He is met by a host of Miners and stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Again, they do not have to run another play. This thing should be over.
And that looks like it'll be the last play of the night, as the EUFAULA Ironheads take the 49-12 victory over the Hartshorne Miners here on the Bravado Wireless Friday night game of the week.
And an impressive win indeed it was for EUFAULA. They came out aggressive and running their offense all night with Clover and Deere and their quarterback Adcock doing a great job of them defensively, finding ways to get off the field, create some turnovers, and give their offense the ball back. We said it was going to be some of the keys for the game. Not only did they give the ball back to their offense, they also got themselves a defensive touchdown as well. So good job by EUFAULA Ironheads. They've got a good start to the season, especially in district play.
Yep, and great thing for them to build on. 2 back-to-back big-time wins. So EUFAULA will definitely look to build on this momentum and take it into next week.
Well, yeah, with that being said, we want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Bravado Wireless Game of the Week. Again, remember, this is your Bravado Wireless Company would provide you all the technology that you need in your advancements. Remember, the new iPhone just hit shelves at all Bravado Wireless locations. Stop by your wireless location store to find every model and color. We have any iPhone you could want.
Definitely make sure you stop by and get yours. I will definitely stop by and get mine. I even heard they have more storage space. Oh, that's necessary.
Certainly do. Well, with that being said, we would like to thank you for participating and tuning in to the Bravado Wireless Game of the Week. Johnny Dash, before we head out, any final words?
Just an amazing game. Great showing by EUFAULA. HARTSHORNE will lock it up during the week and see if they can bounce back from this. And that's all I got. Great showing today.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a pleasure calling the game with you, Johnny. And for everybody in the Bravado Wireless crew, we want to thank you for tuning in. And make sure you tune in next week as we bring you another Bravado Wireless Game of the Week. I'm Deon Amade. That is Johnny Dash. And we thank you and good night.
Like a dasher, put in the gas lap and everyone to gas ya. My numbers on the ball, hold you, put your stats up with the faggots. In fact, I'm bringing it.
This broadcast is a copyright of Bravado Wireless. This game and broadcast should not be reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed without the express written consent of Bravado Wireless and its management.